Hey, what do you know? News from the world of sim racing, yeah, including Automobilista 2, right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to a regular news roundup. If you have any news for us, send us a mail to news@romrom.net. Thanks for watching, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. No week passes without Automobilista 2 news, so if you thought we wouldn't have Automobilista 2 news this week, think again. By the way, I lost a bet. Here you go. Remind me never to bet on Automobilista 2 again. Ever. We have tons of news, and if any of these sims sounds interesting, remember the Steam summer sale's on. See our video from last Friday for some recommendations. Bing! Links up there. And yes, the Race Room update dropped this week with 2 hotfixes following that one. On first test, the new force feedback felt meh. But we've been told the first hotfix corrected that. We haven't had time to test race room force feedback after the hotfix as we were busy making this news. And if you own the SF1000 Ferrari Formula wheel from Thrustmaster, be aware a new firmware was released. You may want to update it. Enough chit-chat, the news. Are you a fan of the trucks made by Czech company Tatra? Rejoice then, as a new Snowrunner DLC brings the models 813 and 805 to the game, available for free to anybody who owns the Season 2 pass, and the promise of more Tatra content further down the road on Season 2. Together with the release of this DLC, the developers have also released an update with some bug fixes, and we are now at version 1.25 of this excellent game. A new Fanatec wheel rears its head. This time it's the wheel used in the Continental GT3 Pikes Peak International Hill Climb Challenge Bentley. As it seems, it's not a sim racing replica, but similar to what they did with the BMW wheel, it's one and the same. We still don't know how much the BMW wheel is going to cost, but I hear they pay good prices in the black market for a fresh kidney, so start learning the way to it, as we expect this wheel to be in the same ballpark. On the other hand, you may think the same about this wheel than we do, and that is that it's ugly as sin. Don't get me wrong, I love the Boatley dearly. I like to race it in Race Room, Assetto Corsa Competizione, rFactor 2 and wherever else I can race it. But I think I'll keep my rim and maybe take a silver Sharpie and write Bentley all over it. I'll save some money and won't get scared by this rim. Added to that, the innovative round display is something that I, as VR player, simply won't enjoy as I won't see it. On the other hand, if any of you want to give me a Bentley GT3 with this rim on it, I won't say no. Yummy! A Class 1 BMW M4 just arrived to rFactor 2 courtesy of Studio 397 and BMW. This is an official mod by Studio 397, which they are giving us free of charge. Ain't that nice? For those who don't know, the old DTM used Class 1 cars, and the GT500 cars that race mostly in Japan are Class 1 cars. It seems this would have been the BMW DTM car for 2021, but as DTM has gone GT3 now, more's the pity, we won't be seeing this car racing around, unless we take this one for a spin on rFactor 2. And you bet we will. Oh, and by the way, it's funny Studio 397 makes such a fuss out of getting the whole data from BMW. DTM cars were so heavily homologated, there were not many parts the companies themselves added to those. Most of the parts came from third parties and were exactly the same for any company racing DTM, so yeah, we suppose they got BMW specific data, but brakes, tires, aero or gears were the same for all cars. Nevertheless, it's quite nice to be able to drive a car that, unluckily, after Mercedes, Audi and Aston Martin left the series, leaving BMW alone, never ever raced. Find the link to the rFactor 2 workshop with the BMW in our description. Also new to rFactor 2 is yet another track we've never ever seen before. Hot on the heels of Spa, that obscure Belgian track, comes Monza! It's fantastic that Studio 397 shows so many as yet unknown tracks, innit? Anyway, we had already told you about it and we're only waiting for Studio 397 to release it to the public. If you want to race this rather unknown track, you'll have to shell out €9 USD. No summer sale for this one. Oh, and it's only the modern version. Automobilista 2 at least always brings historic versions out with every track. Don't look at me, I was pretty sure that was it for now, but no. Razer just this week published a version 1.1.0 of their sim. In it, they have fixed several critical bugs that would make Automobilista 2 crash to desktop in some quite normal situations like some pit stops or the saving of a championship. Of course, they've done changes in the physics, correcting the suspension in many cars. Fiddling again with the tire treads, they just don't get tired, right? Badum psh. And some odd bits and pieces here and there. Of course, the AI got revised, corrected and bettered. And with regards to the tracks, now Silverstone also has seasonal foliage and Long Beach, Hockenheim and Interlagos got some corrections. Compared to all that, the list of what they have done to cars is quite tame. We suppose that this is the last piece of news on Automobilista 2 for a while, wanna bet? Oh snap, I said I wouldn't do that ever again. And truth to be told, the end is near anyway. I mean, the end of the month, so we're going to get a roadmap update anytime soon. Sounds like BeamNG, looks quite cartoonish, and it's already on its third life. Crash Drive 3 will come out on the 8th of July for PC via Steam and Epic Games Store, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, Android and iOS, and crossplay will be possible via all devices. Wow. But what is it, you ask? We haven't tested it, but it seems to be an open world stunt and crash game. Players are able to explore 5 different areas, compete against each other, remember the crossplay available on a ton of devices, and drive the most diverse vehicles including buses, monster trucks and tanks. According to the press release, even take part in airborne tank battles. We don't know if to be in awe or scared, truth to be told. The price for PC and consoles will be €17, $20 US or 15 British pound. Yeah, well, you can already buy it, so we don't know why they think this is a leak, but anyway. Thrustmaster has released a new wheel, the Thrustmaster TGT2 FF wheel, compatible with PC and PS5. In their words, they have spent 4 years developing it. It's officially licensed for PS5 and GT Sports, so Sony, and brings a lot of technically sounding mumbo-jumbo, which we expect the marketing department came out with. Let me give you an example. Hull effect accurate technology, providing 16-bit resolution, 65636 values. And we suppose there's a typo here, as 16 squared is 65,536. Oh, did we say it's belt driven? Yeah. Belt driven. But don't worry, with a price of €750, who can resist? And it brings 3 pedals with certified components from the European automotive industry. Which is saying everything and nothing. Who in the automotive industry certified what? And what certification did they give? For all I know, Bosch certified they received a package with pedals from Thrustmaster. According to Thrustmaster, it's compatible with all Thrustmaster wheels, the TH8A add-on shifter, TSS handbrake Sparko Mod Plus and all Thrustmaster pedal sets. We know it's going to be difficult to resist buying the Thrustmaster TGT2FF wheel with new and improved marketing mumbo jumbo for a measly price of only 750 euro. So there you go, leaked. Or not, we've lost track. Don't you lose track of our hundreds of videos sharing the joy of sim racing. Check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.